sir. Thank you for giving this opportunity. I mean, I'd like to share my own experience. Actually, I'm into this industry for last more than 15 years, and had good experience in terms of whatever sir was telling, Naxa was telling, and in fact, IFCL, the MD sir was telling that how this this financing of infrastructure has evolved over the period. Yeah, of course. I mean, the toll project where we witnessed that. I mean, that was a mistake at every stakeholder, at the end of every stakeholder, whether it is bank or concessionaires or developers or whatever, and not even properly appraised, and the traffic risk was not assessed properly. Yeah, but that HAM model, which has been used by NHI or the Ministry of Road Transport last 3-4 years, and where we found that this is the best suited model for us, because the developers, what we believe is not, playing their role in assessing the risk of the long-term infrastructure projects, because infrastructure projects by nature has to, run across the period of 15 to 20 years, where there are so many risks which is evolving because of be it be market dynamics or policy changes or whatever, because and probably no one, even lenders, I believe that lenders are not even able to analyze the risk of those projects which are running into the years. And then HAM model, where most of 40% is being given as a grant by the authority, and 60% we are getting as a developer, we are getting in form of fixed cash flow over the period of.
My only point is whether you are facing any type of difficulty in executing, which after this COVID, I think some labor must be, some problem will be there, and some other issue is there. You must have approached the NHI or some other institutions for extension of time. Other things are there, and to get the guarantee back. I think these are the major issue for infrastructure companies. So you feel anything, sir? Any difficulty for that?
So, I mean, that were the period where we found the problem at ground level, when labor were migrating back to their home, and now, I mean, all thing is over. I mean, people are getting back on work, and post monsoon, because this was the monsoon. I mean, during monsoon also, there was generally, we as a developer, having faces such kind of disruptions throughout. I mean, it's industrial routine. So nowadays, I mean, on ground, we don't find any kind of difficulties in getting the work.
Something about ESG in the bidding process. How do the interface in the ECG process? ESG in a bidding. What is this?
ESG in bidding, I didn't get that, sir. What is that ESG?
No, I will ask the any other point from your side, Rathi?
Yeah, I mean, so only thing which I would like to mention is that we should also, I mean, government should also come up with the kind of policy where, because see, infrastructure project finance should be done in 2 phases. One is pre-construction, and second is, of course, after construction, where most of the construction risk is over. And the bond market, which other people are also talking about, where, the retail deposit can be channelized in the bond market. If after a project which already received the COD, and it is risk-free, because it's mostly carrying the authority risk, because termination payment, the project is secured by termination payment by the authority. So what we believe is, after COD, the government should come with kind of policy where bond can be issued by mutual fund. It's a tax-free bond, which otherwise generally NHI or HUDCO kind of those government organizations are only allowed to issue a long-term tax-free.
This is very good question, which I have also thinking in that.
Because if you see, sir, if you see our household saving in India also is a big size. It's 21 trillion sort of household saving which we have witnessed last year. If that can be mobilized into bond, by allowing mutual fund also to issue tax-free bond, which ultimately can be used for completed projects, operational project, where projects require less monitoring because of its nature. So I think that would be really going
Really,
to help
really, sir,
us,
it is very good suggestion for your side.
yeah,
We will also take up
developing
this.
our infrastructure,
Thank you, sir.
which is there.
Any other issue from your side, sir?
So otherwise, I mean, we are really feeling good. I mean, whatever measure which has already been taken by RBI to
Okay, okay.
put in more liquidity in the system, we are getting good result out of that.